Alright guys, thanks for watching. Today we're going to be reviewing the iPv v2 by Pioneer for You. Let me give it a hit and then we'll go into the review. Alright, so for those of you that don't know, the iPv v2 is a 50 watt single 18650 box mod. It uses an SX330 chip. The box, well, I don't know if it's the box, but I've heard from multiple people that the build limit is from 0.15 up to 3 ohms, but I've noticed that it's around 2.2, sorry, which isn't a big deal, but for some of you sub-ohmer drippers, that might be an issue. So this is it. This is it in the silver color. They also make it black, which is more of a charcoal gray, but you can see the Pioneer for You logo. On the reverse side we have the power button, the LED screen, sorry it's upside down, LED screen, power up, power down, and then on the top, take the orchid off, on the top we have a heat sensitive touch fire button, an adjustable 510 connection, and then on the bottom we have battery venting and a micro USB charger. These retail for about $110. But unlike the Hannahs, they go up to 50 watts like I've mentioned before. Here's the box. They come wrapped in plastic just like this. This is the USB cable, which is this. It's quite short, so I just went onto Amazon and bought a female to male USB extender. It was like 3 feet. It's like $1 or something, but that way I can keep this plugged in behind my desk. So you can see it has the standard USB connection and a micro USB connector. Comes in this white box. Also in the white box we have a screwdriver for the battery compartment, an extra 510 connector, and 4 extra back door screws. When I'm referring to the back door, I mean this. You take this off, that's where the battery is. I'll show you guys that in a minute. And on the box you see iPv v2 on the back, Pioneer for You, a QR code. I haven't scanned that, but I'm sure it'll just take you to this website. 18 plus, yada yada yada. Open it up. On the inside we have the Pioneer for You by Asmodus Distribution, or the people who make the Fat Snow Wolf. You have a warranty card which you can send in, and a certification for QC passing. That's all the electronics stuff in there. Alright, let me go ahead and close this back up. So let me just take this apart. I'm going to be using the screwdriver that they give you, which is pretty tiny, so this might take a minute, but there's a better view of the little screws. You can see the gold one right there. That's the 510, and then the other small 4 are for the battery compartment. So just remove these 2 screws. Probably end up losing one of these, and then I won't be able to find it, but don't worry, because there's extras. That was kind of weird. Alright, so here's the battery compartment. You have a serial number. All of the electronics are covered by plastic, just like the Hannah's. Really clean look. This is a Sony VTC5 18650. It has a plus marker and a negative indicator. So just like any other box mod, tells you how to put your batteries in. These chips have the low battery warning, the check atomizer warning, reverse battery checking, and all that stuff. You can see there's a QC pass sticker right there. Yeah, that's about it. Wiring's nice and tucked up top, and then we have the battery spring on the bottom. I've had the same battery in there since I've got it, and I haven't had any issues with the chip or heating up. I know some of them, I think the first few that came out, there was a heating issue, and I think one of them caught on fire. But I've had my share of IPVs and friends who have IPVs and haven't heard of such thing. Actually, I've never had mine get hot. The thing that gets hot the most is my orchid and my drip tip. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how she vapes. I'm a little low on battery, so 5 clicks to turn it on. It's the Pioneer for You logo, iPv v2, and then shuts off, and that's how you know it fires. So right now I have it at 10 watts. This build on my Orchid is a dual 7 wrap of 26 gauge. Comes out to 0.5 ohms, and it's firing at 2.4 volts. In my Orchid, I have number 32 by Beard Vapes. Big shout out to them. Great juice, made locally here in Venice, California. Check them out. I'll have a link to them in the description. They're also available at Nana's Vape Shop on Washington and Overland. Excuse my home phone. Gonna mute that. All right, so I'm gonna vape on it at 10 watts, and then we'll take it all the way up to 50 and see how she vapes. Again, this is 10 watts at 2.4 volts. So you can see decent cloud. The flavor on that one isn't too strong, but again, that is at 10 watts. I was kind of in a power saving option. So here we go, we're at 50 watts, 5.3 volts. Sorry, the screen's a little scratched. I'm actually kind of pissed off. I was in my bag today and got the back scratched as well. This time I'm going to fire it using the heat sensor. It doesn't make a difference in the battery conductivity, sorry. But let's give her a shot. You can see here. Sorry, you can't hear it firing. I thought you would be able to. Oh, and it shut off for some reason. So let me turn it back on. You have to go through the whole warm-up process again. So there, it's ripping. You guys might be able to hear that. All right, here we go. So that's like super hot. Can't even hit that for too long. It is a 6 milligram. I'm not really heavy on the nicotine, so I like it pretty cool. Let's take it down to 30. So this is where the Hannahs would cut out. Excuse me while I scroll through the 0.1 decimals of the wattage range. So this is at 4.1 volts, 30 watts. There you go. So you can see it has plenty of power. I'm going to take it back down, sorry, to 15 watts. So you can see at the lower wattage, obviously the vape is going to be a lot cooler, so you can hit it for a little longer. The lowest wattage setting it goes to is 7, and you can see you touch it once and it goes up by 0.1 intervals, and then you hold it and it starts to scroll really quickly. So I'm going to hit it again at 10, and then we'll take it all the way down to 7. So at 10 watts we're at 2.4 volts, which is where I usually keep it. Alright, take her down to 7 watts at 1.9 volts. Your battery lasts quite some time. Alright guys, so that is a review of the iPv V2 by Pioneer For You. I wish I had a dripper so I could show you guys how responsive this touch button is, but I don't have one on me. Or I do, but it won't fire on this because it is regulated. So again, check the description. Support the homies at Beard Vape. By the way, number 32 is a cinnamon funnel cake. Really good flavor, definitely an all-day vape for me. It's not too sweet. Got the 120 mil, and I just keep it in a little empty bottle so I can refill my Orchid whenever it gets low. They have a lot of great flavors, so be sure to check them out. Alright guys, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.